What's going on? Nick here from virtualassistantassistant.com. Today I'm joined by Anthony Tran from accesswp.com. It's a done-for-you WordPress maintenance and support service sold on a monthly membership model. So, Anthony, thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks, Nick, for having me here.
You bet. That's my understanding of the service, but I'm sure you could do a better job of explaining what it is that y'all do.
Yeah, so AccessWP offers unlimited WordPress support. And one thing that makes us really different from a lot of other competitors out there are we only have US-based WordPress developers. And it's at a very reasonable price, starting at $99 a month. And we can get in all to the details of what that covers. But yes, US-based WordPress developers starting at $99 a month for unlimited WordPress support.
All right, well, let me go through a current pain point of mine. I'm trying to create a test site to play around with a new theme. And my theory or my desire was to put that at like a subdomain, like test.mywebsite.com. And in one of the criteria that I was looking for was to hide that from search engines, right? Like while I'm testing, while I'm developing, I don't want that to be visible. Is that something that's like in your guys' wheelhouse?
Definitely. We can create staging sites for you. We definitely offer the ability to updates and test, WordPress core updates, plugin updates. We can even do some design stuff for you, like minor capacity. Like I'm talking about like a CSS style changes. Let's say you needed to move, this widget from left to right, or you wanted to change the color of your icons. Stuff that people kind of want to tinker with or just want to make their site improve. We can do those type of things.
Yeah, sometimes that's the most frustrating thing. Like I'll spend like hours trying to just move the stupid widget just to half an inch that way or whatever. It's just like I just for aesthetics reasons I think the spacing would look better, and then trying to figure out and play with CSS and ended up breaking things more often than not. So okay, so that makes sense. What are some of the more common requests that you see or that people kind of turn to you for?
Yeah, so one of the main things that first people kind of look for is like some WordPress speed optimization. So there's definitely some things that we can do to your site to help improve your speed. Like for example, plugin updates, image file compression. We can also resize some of your images. We can also add some caching plugins for you. Those are some examples. One of the other things that we also do is securities, which is huge. So sometimes it's not what people want to think about, but when it happens, you're glad that we can fix that for you. So malware scanning, malware removal. If your site gets crashed, like you got the white screen of death, you can, we'll back up your site. We can restore your sites to its original condition. That just happened over the weekend actually, and someone said, "Oh my gosh, my site! I updated a plugin and my website crashed." And they reached out to us. We got it up fixed and ready to go. So they're super excited.
Yeah, that's scary stuff. Like that's why I'm like afraid to hit certain plugin updates, and it's like I don't know. It's like I want like a rollback option in case it doesn't work. So that's important, and the security stuff and the speed, of course, is as a usability thing and an SEO factor. So that makes a lot of sense. Now you're in Southern California. In your team, are they like off camera working behind you, remote, or are they like all working from home?
No, there are U.S.-based developers. They're out in different states within the U.S., which is great because it provides us a lot of coverage and bandwidth. So Some guys are on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. Some guys are in Central. So it's very nice, and the communication is really good. We're always watching the tickets as they come in. We have different levels of developers, so that way some of the more hardcore coding stuff. Technical, we can have some of our senior developers analyze that. We even have some knowledgeable WordPress experts that can help update content. So let's say one of our clients is using us for content posting. So he say, "Hey, I just got featured in this media publication. I need to put it on our website. Can you link out to here?" He just sends us an email with his information, and we go ahead and post that for him. So some people have been using it almost like as a WordPress virtual assistant. So it kind of is very fitting to share this on your website.
Okay, perfect. I'm curious if there's, of the client role so far, if there's any, commonalities in the interests or rather than the industries that have found you, or, what type of client do you find yourself serving so far?
So mainly two clients that we consistently been receiving is online entrepreneurs, so people who are the marketers out there that are building self-branded businesses or personal brand businesses, and so they're looking for assistance to kind of allow someone else to focus on the WordPress website so that they can focus on the content creation, the blogging, the podcasting, YouTube videos and such. And then we have the small business owners, the people who are like insurance agents, hairdressers. We've had real estate agents, people who have a small business that they're running. We've had restaurants, for example. So people who are focused on running their business and just want to, make sure that someone that has a technical expertise just maintain their site, make sure it's up and running, that there's uptime and there's no, brute force attacks on their website, make sure the contact form is working, such stuff like that. And it kind of works really well with what we do. And so both type of entrepreneurs or business owners we usually find our services are very fitting.
Okay, perfect. Is there an example of maybe a request that you've received that is beyond the scope of what Access WP is and does, and trying to take like who is this not a good fit for?
Well, one of the nice things that what we do is we can not only provide WordPress support, but our sister company, marketingaccesspass.com, offers design support. So one of the things that I did receive recently was someone said, hey, I'm looking to create a landing page on my website. Can you guys create a landing page for us? So I guess I should have defined unlimited WordPress support that are tasked within under 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
One thing is, something that may take you 4 hours to do, because our WordPress developers are, they do this day in, day out. They can usually troubleshoot and figure things out pretty quickly. But sometimes, design stuff is going to take a little more time. And we just basically gave the person a quote, say, hey, you know what, this is something that's a little outside of the box, but we can still support you. Here's what it would cost for you to do it, one-time charge, and Marketing Access Pass can support you on that. So it's a great, business relationship, partnering companies, and that way, the people can still come to our services and still get, everything at one happy place.
Yeah, that makes sense to have that under one roof. That was probably a common, I guess, pushback at WP Curve. It's like, well, that's really beyond our scope, but here are some other market. It's just like this awkward handoff now. And so you've got it all under one roof. So that makes sense. The only other question that I wanted to ask is if you have any special offers in mind or anything for the virtual assistant visitors.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're offering you guys a special discount for anyone who purchases under your guys' link. And you offer 20% off on the very first month. You could try it out. And we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for any reason, which we haven't had any, but if for any reason you're unhappy with our service, we will offer you a full refund. So anyways, take up on the offer. It's 20% off. Try us out. It's month to month. You can cancel at any time. So there's no long-term contracts. Try it out for a month if see what you like, and hopefully you guys stick around.
Well, very cool. Anthony, thanks so much for joining me. Get 20% off your first month of accesswp.com. We'll link up the information for that below this video. Anthony, thanks again, man. We'll catch up with you soon.
Awesome. Take care, Nick. Thanks.